Welcome to the channel, my friends. Today we're diving headfirst into the world of salmon. We've got 5 recipes that are taking the world by storm. Whether you're a seasoned chef or you think a spatula is a type of fish, these dishes are gonna blow your mind. So put on your apron, sharpen your knives, and let's get this show on the road. Number 1. Grilled salmon with lemon and dill. First up, we're tackling a classic grilled salmon with lemon and dill. This dish proves that sometimes the simplest things in life are the most delicious. We're talking fresh ingredients, minimal fuss, and a flavor that'll make you really happy. It's the perfect quick and healthy meal for those nights when you're short on time but still want to eat like a king. So grab your salmon, a couple of lemons, and a handful of fresh dill because we're about to turn up the heat and grill this bad boy to perfection. Now listen up, my friends. Grilling salmon isn't rocket science, but there are a few tricks to getting it right. First, make sure your grill is nice and hot. We're talking searing hot, enough to put some color on that beautiful fish. Next, we're gonna lightly oil the grates to prevent sticking. Don't even think about skipping this step unless you want your salmon to disintegrate into a million pieces. Gently place the salmon skin side down and let it cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. You want those grill marks to be a thing of beauty. Remember, we're after crispy skin and succulent flesh, not the rubbery feel. While the salmon is working its magic on the grill, let's prepare our lemon and dill. Now, when I say fresh, I mean fresh off the tree, not some dried up herbs from a packet. Slice your lemons into wedges and chop your dill roughly. We're not looking for Michelin star presentation here, just bold, fresh flavors. Once the salmon is cooked through, give it a good squeeze of lemon juice and a sprinkle of that beautiful fresh dill, and there you have it, a dish so simple yet so delicious it would even impress the queen herself. Number 2, teriyaki salmon. Next up, we're taking our taste buds on a trip to the land of the rising sun with this teriyaki salmon recipe. This dish is a flavor bomb of sweet, savory, and umami goodness that'll have you shouting arigato after every bite. Forget those bland, tasteless dishes you find in the supermarket. We're talking about real deal, authentic teriyaki sauce made with soy sauce, mirin, sake, and a touch of sugar. Get your ingredients ready because we're about to whip up a glaze that'll make your taste buds sing. Now the key to a killer teriyaki glaze is all in the balance of flavors. Too much soy sauce and it'll be salty as hell. Too much sugar and you'll be left with a sticky, caramelized mess. We're after that perfect harmony of sweet, savory, and a hint of tanginess that'll have you licking the plate clean. Trust me, you don't want to screw this up. Combine your soy sauce, mirin, sake, and sugar in a saucepan and bring it to a simmer. Let it bubble away for a few minutes until it thickens slightly. Be patient. You want the flavors to meld together like a beautiful symphony. Now for the main event. We're going to pan fry our salmon to perfection. Get your pan screaming hot, add a drizzle of oil, and carefully place your salmon fillets in the pan. Don't overcrowd the pan. You want those fillets to get nice and crispy. Once the salmon is almost cooked through, pour over your glorious teriyaki glaze. Let it bubble and thicken, coating the salmon in a beautiful glossy sheen. Serve this beauty with a side of steamed rice and some stir-fried veggies for a complete and utterly delicious meal. Believe me, this is one recipe that'll have you coming back for more. Number 3, smoked salmon bagel. A real breakfast of champions, the smoked salmon bagel. This New York icon is more than just a breakfast staple, it's an institution. It's a symbol of the city's culinary prowess and its love for simple, yet exquisite flavors. Now, I don't want to hear any complaints about simplicity. This isn't some over-the-top, pretentious dish. It's about quality ingredients treated with respect. Each component plays a crucial role in creating a harmonious bite. We're talking perfectly sliced smoked salmon, fresh like it just jumped out of the bloody Atlantic. The texture should be silky and the flavor a delicate balance of smoky and salty. And don't even think about skimping on the cream cheese. It should be smooth, tangy, and spreadable. The cream cheese is the glue that holds this masterpiece together. None of that low-fat, tasteless ones. We want the real deal, full-fat cream cheese that melts in your mouth. We're building a masterpiece here, not serving up low-quality food. Finally, the bagel. It's the foundation of this entire operation, so it better be good. A bagel that's too dense or too dry will ruin the whole experience. Freshly baked with a nice crisp crust and a soft, chewy inside. The contrast in textures is what makes a bagel truly special. Get a bagel that can hold its own against the salmon and cream cheese. This isn't amateur hour. You need a bagel that can stand up to the rich toppings without falling apart. Now listen up because this is crucial. Building the perfect smoked salmon bagel is an art form. Each step must be executed with precision. You start with a generous smear of that luxurious cream cheese, covering the entire surface of the bagel. Don't be stingy, every bite should be creamy and rich. Don't be shy, we didn't come here to play games. Next, the star of the show, the smoked salmon. Lay those delicate slices lovingly on top of the cream cheese, making sure each bite has a good balance of fish and creaminess. The salmon should be draped elegantly, not just slapped on, and for God's sake, don't you dare use that pre-packaged, shredded option. Fresh, high-quality salmon is non-negotiable. Some of you might be tempted to add some frilly garnishes, but let me stop you right there. This isn't a salad. The beauty of a smoked salmon bagel lies in its simplicity. The smoked salmon bagel stands on its own 2 feet. It doesn't need a parade of unnecessary toppings. The only acceptable additions are thinly sliced red onions, a squeeze of lemon juice, or maybe a few capers if you're feeling adventurous. These add a touch of acidity and brightness without overpowering the main ingredients. But remember, less is more. We want the flavors of the salmon and cream cheese to shine through. Don't drown them out with unnecessary distractions. Let the quality of your ingredients speak for themselves. Now, you can enjoy this masterpiece as is, and believe me, it's really delicious. The combination of textures and flavors is nothing short of perfection. But if you want to elevate the experience to Michelin star standards, listen up. Pair your bagel with a steaming cup of strong black coffee. The bitterness of the coffee cuts through the richness of the salmon and cream cheese, creating a symphony of flavors in your mouth. It's a match made in culinary heaven. And if you want to really feel like you're in a New York deli, grab a copy of the New York Times and enjoy your bagel while catching up on current events. It's the perfect way to start your day. It's all about the ambiance, you see. The right setting can elevate your dining experience from good to unforgettable. So there you have it, the iconic smoked salmon bagel. It's simple, it's classic, and when done right, it's absolutely bloody delicious. It's simple, it's classic, and when done right, it's absolutely delicious. It's a testament to the power of quality ingredients and careful preparation. Now stop watching this video and go make yourself one. Trust me, once you take that first bite, you'll understand why this dish is a New York legend. And for God's sake, don't screw it up. Follow these steps and you'll have a bagel that's worthy of the Big Apple itself. Number 4. Salmon en papillote. All right, my friends, you think you've mastered salmon? We're about to elevate this fish to a whole new level with a dish so elegant, so refined, it'll make your taste buds sing. We're tackling salmon en papillote, a French classic that's going to make you look like a culinary genius. Now don't let the fancy name scare you. This technique is all about locking in flavor and moisture, resulting in the most tender, succulent salmon you've ever tasted. We're talking melt-in-your-mouth goodness here, people. First things first, we need to talk about parchment paper. This isn't just any baking paper, it's the secret weapon that's going to trap all those incredible flavors and steam the salmon to perfection. Make sure you get the good stuff, none of that cheap stuff. We're going to create little parcels of salmon heaven, each one bursting with aromatic herbs, zesty citrus, and a touch of indulgence. Trust me, this is a dish that's going to impress even the most discerning palate. Now listen up, because this is crucial. The success of this dish hinges on how well you build your parcels. You want them tight, you want them secure, and you want them ready to explode with flavor. Lay your parchment paper flat and start layering your ingredients. First, a drizzle of olive oil, then a bed of sliced vegetables. Fennel, asparagus, whatever tickles your fancy. Just make sure they're sliced thin so they cook evenly. Next, the star of the show, the salmon. Make sure it's seasoned to perfection with salt, pepper, and maybe a touch of paprika for a bit of a kick. Gently place the salmon on top of your vegetables, then add a squeeze of lemon and a sprinkle of fresh herbs. Now, here's where things get interesting. We're going to seal these parcels like our lives depend on it. Fold the parchment paper over the salmon and start folding the edges tightly, creating a secure seal. It should look like a little present, ready to be unwrapped and devoured. All right, you've prepped your parcels, you've seasoned your salmon, you've channeled your inner French chef. Now it's time to let the oven work its magic. Preheat that bad boy to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and get ready for a culinary revelation. Carefully place your parcels on a baking sheet and slide them into the oven. The cooking time will depend on the thickness of your salmon, but generally, you're looking at around 12 to 15 minutes. You want the salmon cooked through but still flaky and moist. Now here's the fun part. Once the parcels are cooked, bring them straight to the table and let your guests open their own. The aroma that will hit them as they unfold the parchment paper will be intoxicating. A symphony of herbs, citrus, and perfectly cooked salmon. Serve this dish with a side of fluffy rice or roasted vegetables and get ready to bask in the compliments. You've just conquered salmon and papillote, you culinary rock star. But wait, there's more to this dish than just the salmon. The herbs and spices you choose can elevate the dish even further. Consider adding a bit of lemon zest to your herb mix for an extra burst of citrus flavor. A touch of dill or tarragon can also add a unique twist to the flavor profile. Don't be afraid to experiment with different combinations to find what you love. And remember, presentation is key. Pair your salmon en papillote with a crisp white wine to complement the flavors. A well-paired wine can make the dining experience even more memorable. So go ahead, add those finishing touches and get ready to impress. Your guests will be talking about this meal for days to come. You've not only made a delicious dish, but you've also created a memorable dining experience. So take a bow, chef, you've earned it. Number 5, Spicy Salmon Sushi Roll. Listen up, sushi lovers. If you think you know sushi, think again. We're about to embark on a culinary journey that'll transport your taste buds straight to Tokyo, the heart of sushi culture. Forget that California roll, we're talking spicy salmon sushi rolls, a dish that'll set your senses on fire and leave you craving more. Now I know what you're thinking. Stefani raw fish, are you having a laugh? But let me tell you, there's nothing quite like it. But trust me on this one. When you experience the freshness and quality of top-notch salmon, you'll be a convert. When you use the freshest, highest quality salmon seasoned to perfection, it's an absolute game changer. The flavors meld together in a way that's simply magical. We're talking about delicate slices of salmon glistening with a fiery sriracha mayo, all wrapped up in perfectly seasoned sushi rice and crisp nori seaweed. It's a symphony of flavors and textures. It's a flavor explosion in every bite. And I'm here to guide you every step of the way. So let's get rolling. So ditch the takeout menus and put on your chef hats because we're about to roll up our sleeves and create a sushi masterpiece that'll have you saying sayonara to your local sushi joint. Trust me, homemade is always better. All right, let's get down to business. The foundation of any great sushi roll is the rice, and you better believe we're not cutting any corners here. We're talking perfectly cooked sushi rice, seasoned with just the right amount of rice vinegar, sugar, and salt. This is what gives sushi its unique flavor. We're talking about rice that's fluffy yet sticky, holding together all the delicious ingredients. Rinse your rice thoroughly until the water runs clear, then cook it according to package instructions. Now, we don't want to see any mushy rice disasters. Once it's cooked, let it cool slightly before gently mixing in the sushi vinegar mixture. This step is crucial for that perfect sushi texture. Rinse your rice thoroughly until the water runs clear, then cook it according to package instructions. This ensures that your rice is clean and free of excess starch. Once it's cooked, let it cool slightly before gently mixing in the sushi vinegar mixture. This step is crucial for that perfect sushi texture. Now, let's move on to the star of the show, the spicy salmon filling. Next, we're moving on to the star of the show, the spicy salmon filling. This is where the magic happens. Chop your fresh salmon into small cubes and toss it with a mixture of mayonnaise, sriracha, and a touch of sesame oil for that extra flavor punch. The combination of creamy mayo and spicy sriracha is unbeatable. Don't be shy with the sriracha, we want this roll to have some kick. The heat is what makes this roll stand out. Now it's time to assemble our sushi masterpiece. This is where all your hard work comes together. Lay your nori sheet on a bamboo rolling mat, shiny side down, and spread an even layer of sushi rice over it. Leave a small border at the top for sealing the roll. Leave a small border at the top for sealing the roll. This ensures that your roll stays intact. Now comes the moment of truth, rolling the sushi. Using your bamboo mat, carefully lift the edge of the nori sheet closest to you and start rolling away from you, applying gentle pressure to create a tight cylinder. Once you reach the end of the nori sheet, wet the border with a bit of water to seal the roll. This step is crucial for keeping your roll together. Once you reach the end of the nori sheet, wet the border with a bit of water to seal the roll. Now admire your handiwork, you sushi master. Now admire your handiwork, you sushi master. But we're not done yet. Grab your sharpest knife and using a sawing motion, slice the roll into bite-sized pieces. But we're not done yet. Wipe the blade clean between each cut to prevent the rice from sticking. Wipe the blade clean between each cut to prevent the rice from sticking. This ensures clean, beautiful slices. Arrange your beautifully sliced sushi rolls on a platter and serve them with a side of soy sauce, wasabi, and pickled ginger. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Congratulations, you've just created a sushi experience that'll rival any restaurant. Your friends and family will be amazed at your sushi making skills. Now go forth and impress your friends and family with your newfound sushi skills. Enjoy the fruits of your labor and savor every bite. Well, there you have it, you lot. 5 incredible salmon recipes that are sure to tantalize your taste buds and leave you feeling like a culinary champion. We've covered everything from classic grilled salmon to sophisticated French techniques and even mastered the art of sushi. Remember, cooking is about more than just following a recipe. It's about passion, creativity, and a willingness to experiment. So get in that kitchen, get your hands dirty, and don't be afraid to make a mess. Just try to clean it up afterwards, yeah? And most importantly, never, ever serve yourself up a dry piece of salmon. You've been warned by Stefani. Okay, now go forth and conquer the culinary world, one delicious salmon dish at a time. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed these incredible salmon recipes. For more amazing food and drinks tips and recipes, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Tell us about your thoughts in the comments section. Check out our other videos for more culinary inspiration. We love you. Until next time, keep cooking, stay adventurous.